Pisces. This is Victoria and I'm here with your August Tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life, your career space, and we'll get you some guidance on how to best navigate the energy of the month of August. At the end, I'll post some messages from your person of interest to yourself. And of course, we're gonna start with a quick oracle message. So without further ado, let me get to it. I'm on the beach and this is not the best time to be on the beach, I'll be honest with you. So I'm kind of melting in the sun. So this is a perfect motivation for me to make this a quick reading. So I'm gonna move fast. Also, when I arrived, I did pick a spot that's far away from other people, so I get a little more quiet time. But since then, there's a family that kind of landed not far from me, and you may hear some laughter, so that's them. There's also a road not far, so you may also hear cars, so don't be alarmed because it's a little counterintuitive with the image that you see behind me, but I'm still in town. So there's a lot going on, and this is just a little warning, I guess. And of course, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe not to miss any of the readings in the future. Apart from monthly horoscopes, I also do special edition readings on during different important astronomical events. Like I will definitely be doing a video for the 8/8 portal next week. And of course, if you're looking for more ways to experience my content, to work with me, there's more information in the description box. Okay, with all that said, let's get started. Pisces, your message for today is Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. Do you still believe in magic? Do you already believe in magic? Yeah, we can spend a lot of time reminiscing and contemplating on what does it actually mean, but it has a very different meaning to different people. So I'm just gonna leave it with you, Pisces, to decide for yourself. I mean, Pisces is a very dreamy sign, it's very much out there in space, so I feel like whatever your definition of magic is, it works perfectly. So just roll with it, just remind yourself. Yes, that's one of the things I mentioned. Just remind yourself, how can you bring more magic into your life? What is that belief connected to? Is it connected to a certain place? To connection with certain people? To doing certain things, right? And do more of that. For your personal space and love life, you have Queen of Wands. Be dealing with a fire sign. You have 6 of Wands. One of my favorite cards in this deck. You have 2 of Cups. Beautiful. Then for your career space, you have the Hierophant in reverse. I usually don't do reversals, but if the card is in the deck this way, then I take it. And Hierophant is Taurus energy. Then you have 4 of Swords and 8 of Cups. And then finally, for the advice, you have Ace of Cups. You have 2 of Swords and Page of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck, and yes, we also have helicopters. So this is a little plane actually, with some commercial. Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So you are stepping into the next phase of like the leader of your group, but also sort of like the host or the hostess, you know, or the head of the household. That's what I'm getting here, if that makes sense. So I'm just trying to pick something gender neutral because it's not really about male or female, it's more about the energy itself, right? So it's like, it's nurturing, but it's also very commanding, like in terms of like you are in charge of the place, of the space. And now let's get into your reading. Yeah, my phone might actually melt before I melt here, but yeah, we'll see what happens. So hot today, oh my god. Yeah, so you've got Queen of Wands, Six of Wands, and Two of Cups. So the ones here are telling me that there is some kind of a personal dream or goal that you're pursuing, and it's not necessarily directly connected with the relationship, if you are in any. This is more connected to your personal passion and something that lights you up, and you're taking it forward. And actually in Six of Wands in this particular deck, there is that connection with another person where there is something magical actually, because the girl and the hummingbird, they are very different, right? They have different needs, different lifestyles, but somehow this works for both of them. So this is like a symbiotic connection. And you are finding that the more, or you will be finding that the more you express of who you truly are and what ignites your inner passion, the more you find your people that you can symbiotically contribute with, you know, where you can be very nurturing and supportive to each other. The Two of Cups only emphasizes this thought, you know. First of all, it's the soulmate energy, right? And that's what we are looking for. And it's, again, not just about the romantic relationships. It can be a friendship, it can be teacher-student relationship, it can even be a colleague. But it's definitely a trusting relationship, right? Where we find a person who, where we both find each other exciting and we can learn from each other, right? There's a certain complementary power there. And there's also this, I like this weaving of the flowers. So to me, it's even more of that beautiful connection that is not forced. The bond that happens on the energetic level. And this, whoever this person is for you in the month of August, you'll definitely be able to make that impact to each other's life. That will be meaningful for the both of you in ways that you can't predict or imagine right now. So you'll just have to wait and see. For your career space, you have the Hierophant in reverse, Four of Swords, and Eight of Cups. So in your career space, you're being asked to step outside the box, to stop telling yourself the same story that you've heard from others or you've been telling about your, whether it's the company or the business, the domain, you know, like this is just how the world works kind of vibe, right? Now it's for you to walk away from that talk, from that image, from that belief, and build your own, build something different than that, right? If you don't like something in it, how can you innovate, right? How can you find your space within that environment where you can enjoy it, where you can find your peace? Look at this moon, she's just like hanging there. When you're looking at that new kind of moon or first quarter moon, do you think it would be comfy to lay down on it? But she found her way of doing it, right? Just chilling there. So it is about finding more peace and space for balance and rest within the workspace. For your advice, you have Ace of Cups, Two of Swords, and Page of Wands in reverse. So, I mean, I'm getting for you that, first of all, of course, it's very important to stay in touch with your heart so that you can do a temperature check on what's going on with you internally and around you too, and how you're taking it, right? Like the true picture, not what you're supposed to think, to feel, to say, but how do you feel about it on your heart space, right? And then not try to act as if you're interested or you're trying very hard to impress, to show yourself in a certain way, to fit into the box, but almost the other way around. It's like, I mean, the box limits us by definition, but if we are taking that example, the box could be so big that you can move around freely within it and dance and jump and do whatever you want. But it's all a matter of perspective, right? And how you create it. So make sure that the box has enough space for everything that you can dream of. And if it doesn't, just throw it away and do something else. But don't try to spend a lot of energy and time on studying what other people are doing, or how others get success in this or that area, and trying to do the same thing. That's not gonna work. And you have plenty of spirit of innovation to come up with your own thing. Because in this you're a trailblazer. You're not supposed to follow somebody else's path. Last but not least, let's get you some messages from your person of interest. Messages for Pisces from their person. What does their person want to share with Pisces? Alright. We got the Tower. Wow. Clarified by the Emperor. Look at all those major arcanas and 2 wands. So your person is also trying to get hold of and take charge of their life. But it's not because one day they wake up and decide, no, I better take charge of my life and make decisions that I'm interested in. It's more because something shocking happens. And it could be to them personally, hopefully not, but maybe. But it could also be something just that they read on the news, right? Or they hear somebody tell a story about somebody else who they don't even know. But this somehow hits them and makes them really reconsider how they've been living lately, or maybe their whole life, what they've been focusing on, how they let things happen, how they were watching their life from the sidewalks, not really creating it. And this leads them to this thought that they better take charge as soon as possible. The problem is that it's the shock is still a fearful experience, right? And it's part of the intent here. That's the whole concept of the Tower moment. But on the 3D level, it still has that impact where the person is in the fearful energy for a while, until they start taking steps and seeing more clarity or more stability, right? Or that they're making progress. Then it will change. But for a while, the person may just be still frozen in that shocking experience that they've had. So depending on what it is for you, of course, take it how it resonates, because it's a collective reading. But it's for you to decide whether you want just to give them space and be patient, or you want to show support and see how you can help them get out of that frozen energy sooner than later. Okay, I hope this was useful for you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you all. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, bye.